What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seat up.
Alright, so I will actually be uploading 2 videos today. This first video is going to be about Nintendo's E3 plans this year, and the second video is going to be about the release of the NX being in March, my thoughts on that, and how it will affect Nintendo and the NX as a whole. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Nintendo has announced that the Nintendo NX will not be present at this year's E3. The next Zelda game is coming to both the Wii U and the NX, and Zelda will be the only playable game on the E3, the Nintendo E3 show floor, and that version will be the Wii U version. Now, I've seen a lot of people, actually understandably though, jumping the gun and going crazy over this, but honestly, you guys should calm down because Nintendo has not even shared the full details of what they're going to be doing at this year's E3. We should wait to see what those details are. We should actually wait until E3 happens, really, because we know Nintendo goes on their own path. Sometimes it's not what we agree with, but a lot of times they surprise us and they give us stuff that we never knew that we wanted. So we should calm down and actually see how E3 goes, how E3 plays out before bashing them. Now, the good news about all this is that even though the NX will not be present at this year's E3, Nintendo has confirmed that there will be some kind of event for the NX later this year that tells us the details of the system, the price, what games it's launching with, and also even the specs. Now, they said later this year, so that could be any time between now and the end of the year. It could be before E3, it could be tomorrow, it could be right after E3, it could be the day before E3. We really don't know. Now, another interesting thing to take from that is the fact that they said they were going to be discussing the specs this year. Now, Nintendo hasn't given out their specs for a system since the freaking GameCube. So this is actually pretty big. If they're really talking about detailing the full specs, it kind of points towards the system being pretty good performance-wise. But even if it isn't, it's still good that Nintendo is finally going to disclose the horsepower for their system so we can finally accurately judge what the games should perform like and what they should look like instead of guessing. Now, Nintendo said that the Zelda game on the Wii U is going to be the only playable game on the show floor. That does not mean that they aren't going to be showing videos of newer games or anything like that. I've seen some people say that Nintendo said that they won't be announcing any new Wii U games like ever. I personally didn't see that. If you guys saw that, link me to that because I definitely didn't see that. I don't believe that to be true. But the fact that they said they only expect to ship by the rest of the year 800,000 more Wii U units, that could possibly point to no more new games announced, because that is a very, very low amount. Even with the terrible E3 that Nintendo had last year, they still, between November and December, they still sold over 1.5 million Wii U's. So yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Now, my guess for why the NX is not showing up to E3 this year could be either stuff isn't ready to show yet, or maybe they just think that having their own event would be better for them. And honestly, I can't really fault them on that. While we would love to see this at E3, if it's not ready to be shown, if it'll get better publicity being its own event, so be it. Because the last thing this system needs is to start off rough. It needs to start out with the guns blazing and just keep going. If this is the only way that can happen, so be it. Yeah, so they confirmed that it's going to have its own event. Hopefully it's a live event. Hopefully Nintendo invites fans to this event, just like they invited fans to E3, presumably just to play Zelda. But it's still Zelda, so still going to be better than 99% of everything they show at E3. So, there you go. Now, what will this event be? Will this be the return of Space World? Are they going to just show it at TGS? I think it's going to be its own event, because if they were just going to show it at TGS, they might as well just show it at E3, because the PlayStation 4K or whatever new Xbox, that's also probably going to be at TGS also. So kind of defeats the purpose if they skip E3 just to go to TGS, unless the reason they didn't go to E3 is because it wasn't ready to be shown yet, which would make sense. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Nintendo's going to bring back Space World? Is it going to have its own live event? Is this just going to be a huge Nintendo Direct? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video that I upload, which will be, it's going to be later tonight. Until then, have that seat. Subscribe.